Okay, so thank you for joining. I will be quick, time promise. And I think there's been some very fascinating discussion so far. So if you go to the next slide, here's a quick snapshot of of you all, right? Like 191 registers, and almost majority, over 60% on the platform. Lots of great speakers. I caught a few, obviously. Global attendance being virtual. So thank you very much for joining. Some very interesting dialogue. The one that I found very interesting is, Thomas's question on how fast the pipeline tables can be updated dynamically. And, being a maintainer and asking that question, I'm sure it's an answer, not a question, but that's just a joke. Anyway, all right, if we move to the next slide, we did do a few polls. Answers are as expected, given that this is a technical and a technical conference. Majority of you are part of either the community creation or the code creation, and I think a lot of consumers of DPDK, which is kind of end users, and a lot of integrators. So definitely very wide, good section of the audience. Bare metal is the winner, like always. And the one I find fascinating is there's 21% that have been on DPDK for 5 years or more. That's really fascinating. And the other fascinating thing is less than a year, almost 43%. So this is the ubiquitous data plane globally, right? It's the project's growth and its constant support and its constant participation has proven, in the last 11 years that this is the place to be. So really good polls here. Thank you. If you go to the next slide, recordings are posted on the YouTube channel, plus all the decks have been shared. So take a look at it if you need to understand a lot more technical content later on. If you go to the next slide, this is the most important slide because it makes the Linux Foundation events better as we move forward. If you're not clear on which star to pick, obviously that might be interesting, but please do provide all the input that you like, that you don't like, what we can improve, etc., etc. Hybrid events are here to stay. Yes, we'll meet physically as we all settle down globally, but definitely there will be a virtual component. So please give us the feedback. And then finally, thank you to all. There's plenty of you. I won't go through all of your names, but thank you all. Great content. It takes effort to speak at these events, specifically when you have your peers on the alert asking very, very good questions. So thank you very much. And then finally, if you go to the next slide, thank you to the team that produced the event, the Linux Foundation events team, but more importantly, thank you to the board and the CFP team, from Intel, NXP, ARM, Marvell, Red Hat, Sixwind, Microsoft, NVIDIA. So all of you, great content. Thank you very much for being part of this. And finally, there are some good mechanisms to get involved and stay in touch. Twitter, contribute, quick start guide. You don't need to know this, but pass it on to your friends and colleagues and get them on board. All right. So with that, I think we're going to end the summit, and thank you all for attending. Bye-bye.